Good morning. This is the morning reset video, the video where if you actually follow through every day will change everything because it saved my life. How I do one thing, how I do one routine, especially in the morning, can save so much, especially if we feel exhausted and overwhelmed. And in the morning, I start with water. I start with water that is not sparkling. If you have sparkling water, just let the gas get out and drink. It doesn't have to be cold. It's better that it's like a room temperature. After that, olive oil. Right, I have this one. Whatever the fancy olive oil you can get that. And we shall pour. So I get the whole tablespoon. It prevents bloating and really helps support digestion. After this, we don't eat for at least half an hour because it's the morning, right? I journal in the morning. This is my morning practice, and I do something else. I'm using the face rollers for the face and the oil for the face and for basically anything else. And I'm using gua sha if I have to. This feels so good. Then I'm also using the scalp massage, using anything that you have to feel like extremely pleasant, and I put oils in my hair if I can to stimulate the growth. Head massage is the best thing, especially if you don't feel like you belong to the body today, you feel like what. So this massage, the face massage, using this, so whatever feels good, whatever feels like we can get the muscles going. Obviously not stretching too much here because when it hurts it's wrong. And getting into this, it takes 30 seconds, but it makes a big difference. And then if there are any particular places that are stuck too much, I'm using these kind of specific face rods to be able to come and get quite deep into the tissue of my face. Now, the last thing I want to say about food, I have some chia seeds here, I have bananas, I have blueberries, and you don't have to have all of that, but eggs, oats, what else? Any kind of porridge for breakfast as opposed to your lovely croissant helps a lot, or maybe having a toast and putting things on toast. Something that when you look at it and it's like, oh damn, that's healthy, try that. So this is the food slash physical part. Then I suggest getting a roller and a tennis ball. This helps get into our tissues a lot in the back, because we also want to feel supported in our lower back when we do things, and we don't want to feel any pain, but we do want to explore our tension and help kind of just like dissipate it so our energy can flow. That's why I'm doing so much of the somatic stuff that I'm gonna share, and that's about it. For the hair, I usually just make a plait because it helps me roll up the back. The main thing though is definitely cleaning your energy. So get a candle and allow the candle to kind of send that energy to the candle and allow the energy from the source, so like golden light, and the energy from the earth. That's why I'm bare feet right now, so allowing yourself to feel this slight cold or discomfort of earth and slowly getting used to that as well really supports our system while moving and cleansing. Once again, I'm having the food after the yoga and after the flow. So welcome to the mat me. On the mat, I usually start with feet and really slow kind of movements. Intention is I just want to reconnect to the flow of life, to the safety, to feeling whatever happened. I want to process and move through that. So I start with movement, and also return to this pleasure that is always available right now in whatever we do. And I move in the ways that feels good. The breath really helps. So when I inhale, I exhale, and saying that I have space. This is my space for intimacy, and no one can ruin this space. I do this in the morning before everyone wakes up. No matter where I'm at, I find this space for just me, which is crucial, especially when things go sideways and become too chaotic. This is even more crucial. Then, as you see, I am slowly kind of getting into the lower back and doing any of these movements. Another thing that helps is going with the womb. So when I'm moving, I am allowing this to be moved. And inhale, exhale, right? If you feel too stiff for these kind of movements, I suggest going all the way down to the mats and working with your lower back and tiny movements that allow this bit to feel like, yes, I can finally relax. You get your feet together and you move them slowly. So I'm placing them here, I'm opening them, you can hear cracking, and I'm slowly closing them, and this feels so good. So let's do that for a little bit, see if those tiny movements can help you feel the pleasure available in the moment. Do that, and when you shake, that's good. We'll let the shake. Our lower back touches the ground. The muscles here are not, like the pelvic muscles, are not being tense. They're being really relaxed. Actually, the pelvic muscles can just relax, and we can do this a few more times, but very slowly. Breathe in, saying I have space for you, saying that whatever your beliefs or thoughts come up, allow them to just flow through. Meet them with curiosity. I am slowly moving to one side, and if anything comes up here, any sound or breath, you always have your breath. So you can do this on one side and then slowly moving without any performance to the other side. Because who are we realistically to impress? Really, who? Our old parents or partners who are figuring shit out as well. This movement is really good where you hold your legs and you let things open and close as well. The slower you go, the more you shake, and it kind of feels like we reconnect to the body big time with the shaking. So we open the slowest possible and we close. Once again, you have space for yourself. Lower back is touching the mat. Oh, do that a few times. Pause the video if you have to. Next bit is inhaling and exhaling to your wombs. And see if you can reach to do some womb massage and seeing where in your belly you have some stuck energy. And if this is feeling like a no from your body, trying to get into this position and basically move feet like that. Allow any kind of movement that makes you feel like you're bouncing. So this is a really cool bouncing movement. Feeling the arms, and after that you can go into the massage. The massage of the gut doesn't have to be painful, it has to be really pleasurable. Pause the video and stay as long as you want there. Okay, so now after all of that, we do some opening. So what I'm doing is I'm getting this here and I am trying to see if this bit can come up at all, and I make it pleasurable. Then I'm going here and I am trying to find the flow, the opening here. Right, I can connect to openness here. So do any of the yoga exercises to connect to the legs. Then I would go to all fours and do the flowy movement here. And finding the balance, finding if I can, experimenting with different balances in here. And then those ones, that feel good as well. Or you can pause in here. If it feels good to pause, find that what feels good to you. The same here. Oh, lovely. So you can also imagine you're an animal and walk around. When we walk around the room, and this allows for the inner thighs to stretch, and whenever inner thighs stretch, it feels good. I'm encouraging you to make any sounds that you want. If you want to do the pigeon pause, you can. This is a good pause. One, two, three, four. This is good for the abs. But be careful with the knees for these ones. And now it's your space, so you can go and do these things. You can do any held, like where you hold yourself poses, and experiment here. Touch one foot, touch another foot. Just play with it and see if you can meet your tension. Now for the rolly situation, if you're completely exhausted, you can just lay down here and see what part of you want support. Be super slow with this one. Do not hurt your spine. Be like, the more relaxed you get, the better. And this feels really good to me. I feel really supported here. I can then, get one leg at a time up, and this bit just feels like really supportive as well. So very slowly lowering down, trusting your body. For the tennis ball, I put it under here, never on a spine, never ever on a spine, and finding those bits in my body that feel like when I press it, and I don't press it like boom, I press it slowly. I experiment and I see what feels good, and I do this for the whole back. You can also roll like up and down, back, like little bits, because it helps you find this spot, right? Then for the feet, I can also use the face rod. So I am using the face rod for feet.